Hey guys, and welcome back to Omega Ruby. You join us here in Petalburg City, where we're going to go have a chat with our dad. That's the player's dad, not our dad.
No, you can't talk with my dad. He's sort of not of this physical realm anymore.
Yeah, he's a ghost type gym leader. Sorry, mate.
That may have been a bit too harsh. I've not really decided yet.
I like how, easygoing and, he verges on stern, does Norman, but he's more of a fatherly figure, even to people who aren't his child, especially to people who are his child, you know. He lets his kid ride in the back of moving vans without seatbelts. What is this family?
It's like, what? I don't see a problem with that. What? He could just hold on to a desk. It'll be fine.
Okay, I guess. Shouldn't talk out on the street like plebs.
They come in when it's air conditioned. I don't know if you could get that in here. I know it's mostly made of wood, but still, I'm pretty sure they've got air conditioning.
I suppose the reason why Norman is so vanilla is that he is the normal type gym leader, as we'll see later. And oh my, they made Wally 10 times more kawaii.
Oh yeah, he's bordering onto Yu-Gi-Oh territory here. He's been pretty kawaii like that.
Is he wearing pajamas?
He might be. I've actually seen people who go to, the store, they're still wearing, their pajama bottoms. I'm sitting there going, man, at least I changed my pants, come on.
What is the illness that Wally suffered with? Not asthma?
Plot contrivisius.
It doesn't affect him in terms of Pokemon battling. He won't suddenly start coughing in the middle of the battle and his Pokemon will, loaf about for a couple of turns. It's just a quirky character trait.
How come I can't have white hair, but Wally can have green hair?
Are you an anime character?
I could be. You never know. You haven't technically seen my face in person.
I'll just stand here while you get viciously mauled.
Are these Pokemon going up my pants? No, those are ants. You want to step out of that.
Wild Arcanine attacked.
It's a wild Suicune. Good, get him another Pokemon, because this Zigzagoon is not helping out.
Mate, this is a rental, alright.
Yeah, no wonder it's a rental. It's got worse moves. It's just like the stadium games.
Yeah, Norman was going through the Pokemon in his battle. Let's see. Slacking 1, Slacking 2, Vigoroth. I'll just give him the Zigzagoon I'm training up.
Yeah, he's got a whole bunch of Pokemon on rental for these kind of situations.
This raises a good point, though. Each town must have its own set of starter Pokemon. Because I imagine, one professor can't handle the whole region's worth of, trainers who are just starting out.
Yeah, definitely. So, I guess the gyms also serve that kind of purpose as well, which is kind of neat.
Yeah, so in Petalburg, whose specialty is the normal type, you get a Zigzagoon, maybe, I don't know, a Jigglypuff. Actually, no, that's a fairy type now, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe it is.
These type mashups, mix-ups, man, it's all confusing me.
Now, this is a male Ralts. Like I said in the last part, we caught a female Ralts, because now, obviously, before then, they only had Ralts available as females. No, they were available as males, I believe, but I don't believe Gallade didn't come out until Diamond and Pearl, correct?
Yeah, Gallade was a Gen 4 Pokemon.
Okay, so he has a male one, that's going to be Gallade. But beforehand, back in the original version, he did get a Gardevoir later on. I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of like him, having a Gardevoir. I just think it fits him a lot better than a Gallade, but I don't know. It works out okay in the end.
I think it works a lot better in this game, especially when you see the final battle, but I haven't even reached that point in Alpha Sapphire yet, so I'm trying to keep myself pure for that moment.
Man, everyone's loaded with apps in this game. Here's some apps for your phone. Oh wait, this one's running ads on the bottom. I'm not sure about it.
I didn't want Pokemon to reflect real life.
Yeah, it's so embarrassing you wanted functionality for your Pokénav. That was just reminding me of the original Pokemon. It was like this shitty phone thing. No, it wasn't really a phone, because I know Max had that thing like a baby in the anime. It was like this really stumpy watch device. Obviously it was modeling phones at the time, just not as, well as phones we have these days. But I think the Pokénav Plus is a huge improvement.
It shows how much of a non-character Max was when you can, simplify his personality down to, oh, I'm a coaster for the Pokénav.
Pretty much, yeah. Now, what's weird, I notice about some of these buildings, they have, like, these neon patterns on the side. They're not even, like, up top for, like, a logo or whatever. They're just on the side, like, near the floor. I don't get that.
Hoenn architecture. I can't even pretend to understand it. And here we see Super Training, which shall not be used. Go watch our Pokemon X playthrough if you want to see that good shit. We also have a Pokemon Me, which will be coming up. The PSS system.
The piece of shit system.
Yes, thank you.
I do like the turn of events in this game, in that Norman won't fight you right away. No, you have to actually go out for a bit, get other badges, then you can come back and fight him. I thought that was a neat change of pace.
Yeah, if you want Daddy's love, you're going to have to earn it.
It's just like real life. And of course, the Pokédex is shaped like a Game Boy Advance. You know, I used to have the traditional silver Game Boy Advance, but I don't have it anymore, unfortunately. I do have a silver Game Boy Advance SP, but I gotta get a charger for that. It's just not the same, in my opinion. I miss that old thing.
It's so nice to have the map and the Pokédex, etc. readily available on the bottom screen. You had no idea how annoying it was chasing Zapdos hither and thither in Kalos, and just having to go into the Pokédex every single time.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a lot more convenient this way.
How do you feel about the transitions between areas, where you basically just walk into darkness and, like, exit from darkness into a new place?
It feels like he's skipping realms every single time. I don't know how to feel about that. Does he walk the dark? Is it like the doorways to darkness in Kingdom Hearts? God, I hope not. Leave me alone, guys.
X and Y kind of got around this by having gates everywhere, and I'm going to be honest, I kind of wish they went with that, because Hoenn originally was just this one big place. Sure, there'd be like gateways here and there, like the one we'll see for Petalburg Woods, but I think it's kind of lazy here. And yes, this is a nitpick, but it annoys me extremely.
It's probably just to avoid, you know, more further work and, you know, just copying the remakes and adding some stuff. So I can see why again, but at the same time, yeah, I think I would have preferred that too.
Nice job, C-Dot. Bide your way out of there.
I like C-Dot. It's a nice little stumpy, cute design.
It's an acorn, mate. It's an acorn with legs.
It's adorable. So what? We're not gonna judge it, are we? It's kind of weird that the flying bird Pokemon decides to land when he wants to fight us, only taking to the air every so often.
I wasn't eligible for Sky Battles.
Aww.
What's weird is that if you go in Pokemon and Me, the Pokemon that are eligible for Sky Battles, and I think I mentioned this in X, have like a completely different pose or stance, where they're just like sitting on the ground.
Yeah, it's getting really sad when you can't tell if your Pokemon with wings is eligible for Sky Battles, you know? You can't fly because your flight is stumpy. Sorry, you can't be a part of Sky Battles. What the hell?
Is there any more, like, depressing statement than your Pokemon learns Sand Attack?
I don't even know how... Like, why would you need to be a certain level for that? This is like Basic 101. Pocket Sand! Ch-ch-cha!
Shasha! Ah yes, Mr. Briney, the senile old sailor who lives with his Wingull.
Yeah, he was ostracized from the city he used to live in, because he had the misfortune of being called Mr. Briney.
Well, I guess that's karma for you. Let's see if I can find the Pokemon that was rustling in this ear grass.
Yeah, next time when you're hunting Pokemon, don't run towards them going, I got you! Ah! A Wingull, huh? I never was really a fan of these, so I didn't go out of my way to catch one.
Well, it is a water Pokemon, and we haven't found a Lotad yet, so I guess this one will do.
But you have a Surskit, why do you need another water Pokemon?
Shut up, I guess.
That's my playthrough, I'll do what I want. There, that sounds like a good answer. I just think that Wingull's design is just... I don't know what's... I guess it's because the wings are way too big compared to the body. It's like a flat, fat dragonfly, sort of? I don't know.
It kind of reminds me of the things from Yoshi's Island.
Yeah, it looks more like a... Okay, well, it fits. It's kind of like a bird would be in the Mario universe as opposed to the Pokemon universe. But they're both Nintendo, so okay.
Also, this thing has Water Gun. Surskit does not have Water Gun. There's my reason. I was coming to it.
I mean, Sursuke would have learned Water Gun eventually, I hope, right? Can it do that?
I'm going to let you in on a spoiler here. We probably won't be seeing Skeeter all that much in this playthrough.
Alright, oh well.
I record footage in like batches of 6 or so, just to give you an idea of how ahead we are right now.
You know, if he was like Ramrod straight, I'm pretty sure you could use him like a boomerang.
Or a dart.
Or a dart, yeah, that would actually work out pretty well.
Do you want to take a guess what I name him?
I don't know, something obvious and stupid?
Well, we are in the realm of Professor Jontron.
Yep, we're gonna go exactly the route you were thinking of.
Got to catch them all, Pandamon! Yeah.
Well, now we've fulfilled that terrible quota, what's next?
Well, moving on to the next patch, after getting some berries, of course.
We'll just take these illicit berries. We don't even know if they're poison or not. We'll just let the Pokemon test them out. Oh, well, I guess we're not gonna get that one anymore. Wingull is dead!
Oh no, it's Sumac!
Yeah, sometimes they don't stick their tails up, it's just like a black spot, unless they have a round butt or something. I don't know. Do you look for butts normally when you're hunting Pokemon? I know I do.
I ain't answering that question.
I can tell by this one's butt that it has a rare move.
I failed to capture that last uncommon/rare encounter, so let's hope this one goes a bit better.
We'll just throw our metal club at it, that should work out. It loved you so much that it did critical damage. Does that still return, I wonder? It probably does, just to piss more people off.
What's that?
You know, you can raise your affection of your Pokemon by playing it with it in a Pokemon-ame, and then when you're trying to catch Pokemon, it loves you, so it does more damage sometimes, knocking out the Pokemon you were trying to catch.
I don't think I ever had that happen to me, which probably says a few things about me as a trainer.
Just do my work, nothing else.
Oh yeah, I have lots of money, let's fight.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I'm gonna win this battle because I have a lot of money.
I'm rich, I don't need proper reasons.
You know, he has all this money, but he can only get a Zigzagoon, unless this one was, like, rare, it's got, like, a third leg I don't know about, or...
Well, you know the phrase, more money than sense.
That's true.
Oh, if he has a Zigzagoon, going by our crazy headcanon, he must come from Petalburg.
Oh, that makes sense, yeah. But this one's level 8, oh no, watch out.
Let's see, gotta get the starter out for this one.
We're gonna see if his money can pay for health insurance for his burnt, dying Zigzagoon.
Ah, not the butt.
I just wanted to know what a Zigzagoon's anus looks like, thanks. Now you're just pissing me off. Well, I'm pretty sure some people in this region like to eat that. I'm not judging, I'm just merely saying.
Yeah, like Upper Moorville people love that shit, it's a delicacy.
Why don't you eat berries like the rest of us that we picked from trees we don't even know about? Oh, that's bullshit. Just pick up dirty ground berries, okay.
Zigzagoon found like a Zigzagoon-ite. Zigzagoon is mega evolving.
You found a bullet.
Wow, this battle went on much longer than I remember it doing. Look at this shit! A full restore on a Zigzagoon!
Yeah, I saw this, I was like, oh, fuck you.
He's like, I've got money. Doesn't matter.
You're good at wasting my time. Money is time when you think about it.
True in video games and true in life as well.
A Magician's Red needs to learn Mega Kick so she can just kick that Zigzagoon over the cliff back there. Alright, now you pissed me off.
Yeah, finish him off. This battle's gone on far too long already.
I want you to stare him down with your creepy eye. He has a move called Hold Back. That's not gonna happen. We never hold back.
Subtlety is not a HellfireComms strength.
I had to spend a whole video for this battle, man. We should have just did that instead. Any more full restores? Did he find leftovers on the ground? Is there a magic revive he could be using? No? Okay then.
Oh darn, maybe I should have bought a better Pokemon.
What can I do? You know, I got the money, but maybe I don't have the skills. I don't know, it's okay.
Yep, can't buy a Pokemon battle.
You could buy that forest, however, and, you know, rose it down.
Yeah, just name it like Winstonburg.
Wait, beat me in a Pokemon battle? You're not gonna get any Pokemon to use against me anymore. I'll chase all those fuckers out.
I'll buy your fucking house and turn you out on your ear.
That would just be petty and weird.
Yes, yes it would. Okay, Petalburg Woods. It's a series of trees. Sunlight comes down through the top of the trees. That's about it. You can find, like, slack-offs and the like here. Mostly we'll be fighting bug trainers.
Did you just define a forest? Like, you basically just went to the Wikipedia article for forest and you put it in the video? You could find other forests in real life, such as this one and this one.
Well, the definition for forest is a large area covered chiefly with trees and undergrowth.
Great. Now, I always thought Wurmple was kind of interesting because it's that Pokemon that evolves into two different branches of the Cocoon Pokemon, like Cascoon and Silcoon. And depending on which one you get, it evolves from there into either Dustox or Butterfly. I thought that was a really neat twist on the whole, you know, bug Pokemon you can find.
Well, first of all, it's pronounced Beautifly. We saw some, like in the previous part. It weren't trees.
Well, May didn't show me how to pronounce it, so obviously I don't know.
This is true. I'm not sure if it's based on gender, like how the evolution line branches, but I think of the two, like Butterfly or Moth Pokemon, I prefer Beautifly.
I don't think it's based on gender. I think it's RNG. I'd have to check, but I believe I got a Dustox, if I recall correctly. It's been a long time, but I know I got one of those.
Jessie had a Dustox in the anime, and like May had a Beautifly.
That's true, yeah.
Burn it to the ground.
Speaking of which, you know, you mentioned the anime. How did you find the, you know, advanced anime when they got to that point? Like, this was back when they were still using, you know, the original Pokemon voice actors. I thought it was some interesting new stuff. The Pokemon weren't always that great, but they changed up the formula a bit to kind of make it new and fresh.
I like the intro. The intro's great. I don't think Max needed to be there at all. I think he was just a dead weight. May was pretty good. You know, she went on to become a really good coordinator and the like, so there's a female companion who actually goes on to do something worthwhile, unlike Dawn, who seemed to, like, flounder a lot when it comes to contests.
That's true. I think May was better in that regard. I always thought it was weird that they got rid of Brock, then they promptly brought him back, because they realized, oh shit, Ash can't fucking cook. So we kind of need somebody to take care of him. But other than that, you know, it was a pretty decent for what it was. Like, and then May got like you know, those coordinator rivals. Like Drew was okay, and my sister's husband is named Drew, so that's always going to be weird to me to talk about that character. Then she got that person Harley, who was so freaking camp gay, it's nuts. Like, and before you bash on me for that, the person who plays Harley is gay in real life. They actually came out. It was the same person who played James in Pokemon Live, and also played him amazingly camp flaming gay. So, it's not just me. The guy actually chose to do that.
He's more on fire than a mad cargo, let's put it that way.
Like, and I believe the reason he hated May was, like, she didn't like his cookies. Like, apparently he made, like, the most amazing cookies, and, you know, nobody thought it was perfect, and he's like, oh, well, I'm gonna knock this bitch down. And that was his whole motivation. She didn't like his fucking cookies, you know?
Almost as good a reason to hate someone as Magma for hating people who don't want more landmass.
I always thought the Magma costume looked really dumb with the hood. Like, the rest of it is fine. But then they got their little hoodie with the little cute horns on top. It's so adorable, and it's just, you can't take them seriously at that point.
I don't know, I prefer to Yarhar Fiddle-dee-dee. That is Team Aqua, personally.
He's got the pose down, at least.
Love the Team Magma or Aqua theme, it's pretty great.
Oh yeah, I agree, and I love the background stuff going on here. It's pretty nice.
Name is Team Magma, uses a dark type.
Well, I mean, they'll all be using that. Like, I guess this guy was, like, super low level. I mean, they've got, like, Poochienas and Zigzagoons running around. Ah, we gotta give him Pokemon, I guess. Fuck it, just get him a dog. But we've always had that problem since Pokemon began, so I guess it's just something we gotta cope with at this point.
Yeah, coping. That's a good term for it.
Man, you sure stopped me there. Woo boy.
Probably a good job I don't have a designated name. That way you can't look it up later and humiliate me further.
One change I do like is that the grunts do not have 3D models. It's actually a downgrade, but they didn't waste resources on giving them 3D models this time around, which I much appreciate, personally.
Yeah, I think it works for the rival. I think it works for, like, main characters. Maybe not like gym leaders, because they're not as important to the story as, like, say, in Gen 5 and such.
And the coveted XP share comes back, because, God forbid, if you're going to go through this game, or the recent Pokemon games, without, really cutting down on the grind time. I could not imagine doing this normally all over again, because I even thought that was a drag when I was playing this back in the day, so it's good to have a shortcut.
And I've seen a lot of people say that this makes the game easier, and if I may offer a counterpoint, I don't think it's making the game easier, I think it's making the game more balanced. And since you're used to, like, training up Pokemon individually, taking more time, taking greater care to make your Pokemon as, like, versatile and powerful as you can, the game seems easier. But the trainers' levels don't change. They're as static as ever. So it's not like everything got easier. It's that it got more balanced.
That's true. It's really just a time-saving tool. I mean, you still gotta put in the work, obviously, and you still have to choose which moves they learn and things like that. It just kind of cuts down on a lot of the bullshit. It's like when they simplified, the traveling and Link Between Worlds, they have that system where you can jump around between the weather vanes. Just like, it was just a huge benefit, and it made me want to actually play the game even more. So I think the XP share is, for everybody, is good, but you can still turn it off, I believe. Am I correct?
Yeah, it's automatically on to begin with.
Okay, but you can turn it off, so you do have an option, which I think is the best way to do this kind of mechanic.
Give us these features if you must, but give us the option to turn them off as well. Nintendo kind of falls short in that regard sometimes. Like, say, for example, going back to A Link Between Worlds, the ability to tell the weather vanes to shut the fuck up and let me play the game.
Yeah, that's true. But I think in recent years, they've actually gotten a lot better about this. They're kind of taking in some good pro gamer values. Not like pro professional, like pro as in it helps them out. And I think they've done a lot better recently, especially in other games like, online for Smash, things like that. They've really stepped up their game lately.
Actually, it's about EXP share and Pokemon. I don't know why I'm catching a Zigzagoon, just so I can rub it in Winston's face when I go back with a level 100, like Linoon.
No, you should keep it as Zigzagoon, just make it level 100. But he's got like scars all over him. I've seen some shit, man.
I battle Groudon himself.
That would be amazing if you took a Zigzagoon into the Groudon fight, just to say you did, and then you have like a Nuzlocke comic of that. That would be amazing, actually.
I really should go back and read the Nuzlocks while we do this, just to give the playthroughs a bit more flavour, because story-wise, Ruby and Sapphire is kind of middle of the road, sort of bland until like halfway through, where the team stuff starts to kick into gear. That's more like why we're being kind of like manic and irreverent, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I don't think it's going to get as kind of crazy and stupid as it did in X and Y, because the groups here actually have kind of better reasoning for why they're doing what they're doing. I mean, they're still going to fuck the entire world, but at least this time there's a rationale behind it.
I also really like the fact that there's two teams battling each other, and you can get in the way of that. That
was a great change, too. Like, I really do think that Ruby and Sapphire introduced a lot of these great new ideas that really help set the game apart for a new generation at the time. So I think it works out really well.
I also love the fact that you can't enter the word slave. Completely disregarding the fact that this is what Pokemon are. You capture them, they are bound to your will. That's what a slave is.
I like how you called it HMS, though, because I was waiting for Pinafore at the end. Now this crazy hellhole. Fuck all you guys and your damn Wurmples.
Wow, that was a bit of a short part. Oh, wait. I don't recall this from the original games.
Oh yeah, this is definitely new.
This wasn't even an emerald.
A temp. Communicating is hard work.
Very mysterious. We'll find out more about this later in the playthrough, I guess. Bye-bye.